Alrighty, guys. Welcome back to Roblox Studio Speed Build. At this point, it's not really much of a speed build. It's really just a watch me create something and then we might play it in a live stream later. But yeah, I am back live streaming. This will be today's video. So yeah, I'm excited for this. So assuming that everything goes according to plan, which it never does, and assuming that we get the blue floor and the purple floor done, we will have the actual Tycoon completed. And then after that, we might have 1 or 2 episodes left. I would be shocked if we had like 5 episodes left after that. That would be really, really shocking. Also, guys, if you type in the chat, here, I'll do a quick demonstration of it. If you type in the chat, it shows up in the chat box. This is what the chat box does. So, I just typed something in the chat, and it'll show up in the little chat box there. Which means that when you guys say something, it'll show up there. It'll make it really easy for me and everyone else that is watching to see the messages that pop up in the actual chat box. So, guys, without further ado, let's get into the actual video. But before we do, there is one more thing that I must say. There's less than 2 weeks till school goes back. I actually got a picture of something I'm going to try to talk about later on in the video. Also, when I'm doing the actual droppers themselves, I might end up going silent because it's a lot of focusing. I would have music on in the background, but I don't actually have a sophisticated enough program to actually make it shuffle through like 15 different songs. I mean, there is an obvious way for me to do that, which is to go into Camtasia and like download 30 songs and just link them all together till I have like a 2-hour or 3-hour song, theoretically, and just put that in the background. But I don't want to do that to you guys, because I feel like that would be really, really obnoxious, and I don't want to do that because I want this video to be about just me interacting with fans and stuff. Also, guys, on the last episode of this game, I will put up the list of games that I actually have in a list, and I will let you guys type stuff in the chat on what you guys want to see me do. I know there's stuff that I want to do, but the purpose of my lives is so I can connect with my fans a bit, and that is what I'm going to try to do. Also, guys, I'm going to try to live stream once a week for the next 2 weeks of summer, and then once school goes back, once a month. I took a creator course on YouTube, and it said, live streaming once a week sees like a 40% increase in fans and channel productiveness. I want that, but I also have to acknowledge the fact that making videos is going to be much easier. And hey, if there's like a snow day or something, because the winter months we've had lately, we've gotten snow days about like once a week or once every 2 weeks. Maybe I will make a video and live stream after getting my cyber work done. There's possibility for all of that. But I don't know my school schedule. I don't know if we're going to get any snow days at all this year, because my 5th grade year, we didn't get any snow days whatsoever. So, yeah, it's just really, really hard to tell. Also, guys, I have been doing one video a day. I know I talked about that in my back to school announcements video, and sorry about the staticky mic there. I literally didn't realize that until after the video was up, and I went to try to do like a channel banner or something just to see how it would look, because I've been thinking about doing that. Also, let me know in the chat if you guys think that's a good idea, because I think it is, but you guys might not. So anyway, I spent 6 minutes just talking about stuff. Let's get into this video. Alright, so, oh, and also, guys, after we finish the blue floor, if it hasn't been like an hour and a half and I'm not tired of doing this, I might just relog Roblox Studio and we will actually go on to the purple floor. But first, we gotta get through the blue floor. And sometimes that has been pretty taxing. Also, I did do an entire announcements video on why I am bringing back these old live streams and these old series. Also, Stack the States 2 is a live stream possibility, guys. Just keep that in mind. Because I really want to get to do Stack the States 2 for a live stream series for you guys. I mean, I played the game. It's like a heck of an upgrade from Stack the States. And I would love to be able to literally just play the game with you guys. If I've got like an hour or so, maybe I'll live stream it for an hour or so. Or if I want to do like a big 2-hour live stream, maybe I'll do that. I'm aiming for today's live stream to be like an hour and a half to 2 hours of productivity. But so far, we've been almost 10 minutes with no productivity. So I don't know how far we're going to get in that. Also, guys, just in case you hear me like drinking or something, I do have a drink and I'm going to be refilling it like 3 or 4 times this stream. The reason for that being, I had to go to the doctor's on Friday, the August 9th, just for like a yearly checkup and stuff. I'm required to do that for school. I think every kid is. And it just, ever since then, I haven't been quite feeling as well as normal. I've had like a sore throat one day. I was like really tired. I had a headache another. The fact that I had a pack of sour Skittles didn't help. And, pardon me a second, guys. Alright, sorry about that, guys. By the way, Nan, if you're watching, I can literally just mute my mic and take a call. It's not a big deal. I don't have enough people that watch this that it will be a big deal. And if it is a big deal, then fans can deal with it. I mean, really. Family calls are more important than live streams. Anyway, let's get into the video. But as I was saying, doing a lot of talking like this often makes my throat a bit raspy, and I have a cough. So I want to try to avoid coughing for you guys on stream because it sounds really hideous. So if you hear me like guzzling some drinks, that's why. It's because I can feel my throat getting raspy. Anyway, so the first thing we have to do in the making of this Tycoon or the making of the blue floor, is we need to actually make the 5th floor, I guess. Alright, so duplicate, move, up, up, up more, turn collisions on, bring back down, turn collisions off again. Now, what we're going to do is we are going to rename this to floor 5. That's what the cough sounds like, by the way. We're going to rename that floor 5, and while we do this stuff, we're actually going to put the buttons in right now so that no, it would be by 4. So where's F? F is before T. My 4th floor. We'll make this 125,000. My 4th floor, rename. Fifth floor. 125. 1, 2, 3. I'm trying not to go too outrageous with prices because my biggest project in Roblox history was Pool Toy Tycoon, and I made it pretty much impossible to complete, which is my fault. But I didn't exactly feel like going back and trying to make it completable. So I'm trying to be conscious of that when doing this. I need to make sure there is actually a walls 12. Yes. Alright, so I'm going to use our run example again. So when I hit run, everything goes away, which is how it's supposed to be. Alrighty. Cool. So now what we're going to do is, now that we've got the floor in, we need ladders. So before we duplicate this or do anything, we're just going to do that. And we're going to duplicate, rename ladder 3 into ladder 4. And we are literally just going to bring this stuff up like so. Now that is ladder 4. So we're going to go into our buttons. It's 25,000, 80,000. We'll make this 130,000. Let me actually just go over there. Make sure I put it in the right spot. Yep. Alright, now rename by, if I can type, ladder 130, 123. Alright, now dependency, floor 4, floor 5. Object is ladder 4, and the price of it is 130,000. Alright, so again, guys, if you are seeing this live stream and are not subscribed, please do subscribe. This has got to be one of the most popular series, one of the most popular live streaming series that I've ever done. Because it's the first actual live streaming series that I've ever done. But still, subscribe because I have really, really good gameplay content, and I also have time lapses. I used to compose my own music, so I use some of that in my videos. So yeah, subscribe. You won't regret it. And also, guys, when we reach that sub goal of 100, I will, trust me, I will indeed change up the channel intro, outro, logo, banner. I've got some really, really good ideas. I'm not sharing them with you guys till we reach that 100 subscriber goal. But I really want to do it, so please get us there. Anyway, so now that we've put the ladder in, it should disappear with everything else. Yep, cool. So now we get to put the conveyor extensions in. So if we go down here, it would be 7, I think. Just to confirm, are we? No, we're not. It would be 10, 11, 12 that we're doing. But first, we don't need the conveyor extensions. We need the actual conveyor. So that, turn collisions on, and bam. Now, we are going to rename this thing Conveyor 5, not 65, but 5. And we're just not going to touch the conveyor area, and now we're going to bring up the 3 extensions. So we can move those up, turn collisions on. Or not. Alright. Now that's conveyor. So this is 10. So that becomes 13. 11 now becomes 14. And 12 is now 15. So, that being said, we are now going to put the buttons in. So, we need conveyors. By conveyor, 85,000. Yeah. We're going to duplicate that. We're going to bring that up. We're going to make that 135,000. And that noise you hear is not anything bad. That's just me using the number pad that comes with my laptop. Alright. So now that we've changed the name, we can dependency. We can change the dependency to all of this stuff. Price 135, 123. Done. Alright. By conveyor extension, we want this. Now, whatever number is in here, so that would be blue dropper 12. Now, whatever number is in here, we add 3 to. And I'm going to make this, let's see. I'm going to make this 150,000. Rename by conveyor extension 150,000. Just to confirm, we did blue conveyor 15 and 150. Nice. Alright, I did not change the... Oh, yes, I did. Great. Oh, man. This is quite confusing. Okay. So, now we duplicate that. Because it sorts by name, it is super confusing because you don't actually know which one is which, and you can't say conveyor extension 15. It doesn't look that professional. So blue dropper 8. Because it was green dropper 8. Must be the middle one. If the other one was 150, We'll make this 143. Alright, we did that. Now we just need to rename. 43. Done. Alright, now, next one. Which I think... $100,000. Yep. Duplicate. Alright. Now, because this is the beginning one, we're going to make this 138. Dependency. Blue dropper 4. Object conveyor extension 13. Price 138. 123. Alright. That is now done. So we now have all of the buttons for our conveyor extensions in. I don't think they will go away because we haven't tied any blue droppers to them. Well, maybe they will. So that's good. Also, guys, my point with the amount of episodes we have left. Hang on. Drink time. Is essentially, this is episode 5. I don't want to have to go to, like, or not episode 5, this is part 5 of episode 2. I don't want to have to go to, like, part 11, because we just can't get more than one floor done per episode. So even if this episode takes 2.5 hours, it's like 1:17 p.m. and I've got till like 4:30 till my dad gets home and we go to play tennis and squash and stuff. And guys, if you are watching, please let me know your feedback in the chat. I'd be very grateful for that. And if I'm at a good stopping point, I might even take some time to respond. I can see the chat right in front of me. This is not one of those things where, like, the chat is there, but I just can't see it. I can definitely see the chat right in front of me. So, if you guys want to let me know your feedback or thoughts, or if you guys have any questions about how this works, type them in the chat and I will answer them. I promise. But my point with the episodes is, hopefully this video will knock out the blue floor and the purple floor. Now, what that would mean is that we actually have a roof on the building after the purple floor is done. And that means we could actually go into testing for the next episode. When we get into testing, that's going to be playing the Tycoon through. That'll most likely be a 2 or 3 hour live stream of just playing this Tycoon over and over. When we find an issue, we address it. And you play the Tycoon till you get to the top. And then, yeah. So that might end up being like a multi-game live stream. If you guys know what I mean. Because actually playing this might not be that fun. There might be a lot of waiting for money. So we might, play this, but I might be playing another game on my phone. So I might forward my messages over to another device and then just, play the game on my phone while we wait for this to get some money to buy some stuff. But I don't actually know that yet, so. Anyway, guys, it is time that we bring these droppers up here. So let's get these up here. Maybe the collisions will work. Yes, they will. Now, the thing that I always do is oh my gosh, that's going to look so good, guys. is I always change the color of the droppers when I bring them up from floor to floor. That way, if I misclick one, it ends up coming out the way I want it to, and I can distinguish the two. So the first thing we do when transforming a dropper in color is the name. The previous floor that I imported these droppers from was green. The next color in the rainbow is blue. So we are going to go blue, and these are droppers, so dropper. And this is the first one that people will buy, so we're going to call it Blue Dropper 1. Now we're going to go into the script here. Let's hope they have blue. They do. I want to check something. They don't. So we are going to have to come up with like a... Alright. Just so we know for the next floor. We'll do black. It'll be fine. Dot blue. So, if you guys remember, from the last live stream episode, I talked about in the next one where we have to change the color of parts for every set of droppers, or to create like an actual system. Yes, I can actually do that. And I look forward to doing that because it will make my life a lot easier, because I will be able to put something... I'll still have to change the color of the value, but it'll still... It will allow me to change the color of the drops by one click if I mess it up. Whereas this won't. So we're going to make... So that's our script currently. Now we just go into the dropper base, part, surface GUI. Alright. We need to see which one. So rate is 5. Value 60. Alright, so now blue dropper 10. Dropper script 5. Brick color blue. Value 60. Zoom. Part surface GUI. Rate 4. 5. Value. Also, guys, I am saving this program over and over again. Not program, but this project over and over again, because I can tell you guys, there have been so many projects that I've done in like Camtasia and in this where I put like an entire floor worth of stuff in, and this goes mild in terms of like floor stuff. There's normally stuff like different weapons you can unlock, different droppers. There's normally a bunch of different stuff on each floor. This is pretty mild as far as my floors inside of Roblox games go. Oh, shoot. Yeah, that's my own fault. My name, blue, dropper 11, dropper script 4, 5, brick color blue, value 60. And yes, guys, I do entirely realize that I have been going pretty slow this stream. That's because I've been talking to you guys and trying to, sort of explain what I'm doing. But as I'm talking to you guys and trying to do this, it ultimately slows me down. But I would rather get slowed down talking to you guys than end up having just a live stream of silence. And I really don't want a live stream of silence, because that would be pretty boring for you guys, and I don't want it to be boring for you guys. I want you guys to have as much fun watching this live as I have making it. And let me tell you guys, that is a hard thing to do. I've also been forgetting to do the rates. That's what it was. That's what I was saying. I was saying for the GUIs, or yeah, they're called GUIs, but I'm gonna call them UIs. For the Surface GUIs, if I ever have to do that again, I'm gonna make like a variable for it. That way I don't have to constantly change it. Like I'm doing now, because that just slows down the entire process just a little bit. I know I did it for 10. 13, I did it just to make sure. Okay, 13, I don't think I did. I just renamed it. Okay. And also, guys, I did not create the Tycoon kit that I'm using. Once this game goes up, I'm gonna go back, edit the descriptions of all of the videos. That way, all of you guys have the link to the game itself and to the kit I used to make it. Now, I do realize that I could put a script inside of this that says that says script.parent.brickname is equal to, part.brickcolor plus class plus number. And we could just do it that way. And that might be a bit easier, but before I do that with an actual game that we're trying to do and it doesn't work and I screw everything up, I want to make sure that I can actually do that. So I'm going to, one of these nights that, I feel like experimenting with something, I might try to do that. Because I think that would be really beneficial for us, because we could literally adjust the brick color in the dropper script. We can make sure the class works. And then we could set the name to that. Which, in my opinion, would quite honestly be just super awesome. It would be awesome to me if we could do that. Because, first of all, it would save a ton of time. Because, naming these, basically, there are shortcuts we can take to just save ourselves a ton of time and basically just automate this entire process. what I think makes this fun is the fact that you guys are watching me do this, and you can sort of understand how these games that we play come together. Now, I don't know about games like Restaurant Tycoon and Theme Park Tycoon where there's like a whole UI and stuff. I don't know about that. Okay, good. Instagram notifications do not show up on a live stream. That is very good to know. Because I just got one. Yes, I do have a personal Instagram. No, I am not linking to it. You guys, well, for the people that don't know me in real life, you guys don't know who I am, and I'm gonna keep it that way. I am fine being known as GamerGuyTV for right now. Especially while I'm still in school and still traveling places. Also, guys, the goal is that we're at 36 minutes and 53 seconds right now. And see, this is what happens when I cough a lot. My voice gets really, really raspy like so. Coughing sort of helps it. But drinking is really what does it. The goal is that we can actually finish this floor by the 1 hour mark. And then if we're finished this floor by the 1 hour mark, we can hopefully move on to the purple floor, which will be purple. I mean, the drop colors will be, I'm going to make it blue. But I'm just going to make it blue again because we don't actually have a purple drop color. And guys, these live streams for me, from my end, are hit or miss. For me, it's about the time of day. In terms of, viewer-wise. I mean, right now we are at 2 viewers. At one point we had 5 viewers. And it also, for me, it depends on the time of day that I live stream. Because for me, it's a totally different story in terms of, 12 p.m. when I woke up at 9. I've been taking an easy morning, eating breakfast, trying to do some work, cleaning off my desk, showering, mostly just chilling, and I've still got a lot of energy, versus, 9 p.m. I did that once, and I had, no energy. I was, all lethargic, like this, and it just wasn't that fun of a stream for me. I felt like my viewers thought I was sort of, forced to do the live stream. To me, it kind of sounded like, I was forced to do it. I didn't really want to do it. I just wanted to, be done it. And that's not the case with these. Sure, I want to finish this game. It's been going on for way too long. Hi, Fuzz. I don't want a lap cat right now, buddy. So, you can go over that way. And it just, you guys will probably agree with me on this. Sometimes it just sounds like I don't want to be recording. No fuzz. I told you, don't hop up. Sometimes it just sounds like I don't want to be recording. And I always hate doing stuff like that. Nope. Fuzz, off my desk. Oh, no. That's my drink. That's all over my desk now. Fuzz, no. You can't sit on my lap, and you definitely can't climb on my desk to get there. Because I got way too much stuff on it. Sorry about that. My cat felt he had to destroy my desk. What I'm saying is, times like this, when it's early in the afternoon, and, you know, people are working, I'm still very, very fresh on energy, and very much want to, you know, live stream and express stuff and record a video. That's when I end up, that's when it ends up being that I do the most exciting streams. I get a lot of my streams are exciting anyway, but the most exciting ones are when I am energized and I am excited to be live streaming, and I'm excited to cultivate you guys with, I'm not sure if I'm using cultivate in the right way. I'm not sure I even know what cultivate even means. But, for me, it just shows that, I want to be here, I want to do this, I'm having fun doing it. Or when it's like 9 or 10 p.m. and I'm like, sort of like this. Like, okay, now we're going to change this to be, you know, this value here. Let me do that. We're just going to do that a bunch more till we finish. When I do that, it's not really as exciting for you guys at home, and it's not that exciting for me to film. Because sure, we're making progress in the game, but we're not exactly, it's not exactly capturing you guys. You're not drawn in. You're not like, oh my gosh, I have to watch this now, this is really amazing. It's more like, yeah, there's this thing on, this guy doesn't sound too enthusiastic, I think I'm gonna skip it. And I think that's how I ended up not doing as successful with this series is I just picked the wrong time to live stream. I picked when I was sort of bored, and it was sort of getting late, and I didn't want to head to bed yet, but I didn't really necessarily want to make videos because I knew they would be, you know, sort of boring sounding. So I wanted to live stream, which is perfectly fine. I just need to get in my head that when I go to do that, I really, really need to focus on sounding excited. We don't want Blue Dropper 6. We want to rename that to Blue Dropper 7. Now, guys, I will say my list of games, it's about 5. It's about 5 games. I'm hoping we can, you know, finish this one up within the next month. Because, I mean, I go back to school in 2 weeks. Theoretically, we're talking about finishing the actual floors, the actual Tycoon itself, in today's episode. Which, I mean, it would literally be incredible to do that. And by the way, guys, so for those who don't know, about 8 months ago, I switched from regular OBS over to Streamlabs OBS because I'm like, yeah, I could get a lot out of this. And it's true. I did get a lot out of it. It gave me access to have a mobile app on my phone that I can actually control my stream from. Because, I can actually control the stream from it. It gives me a bunch of options. Like, I can switch scenes. I can, toggle what you guys see versus what you guys see out of all the elements on this, not theme, in this scene. I can do a lot of stuff from it. But the one thing that OBS Studio has that Streamlabs OBS, or as we call it, Slobs, that's an abbreviation. SL is Streamlabs, and then OBS comes out of Slobs. But the one thing that OBS had that Streamlabs OBS doesn't have is an actual browser source. The reason I mention this is because, back when my TikTok account was, a business account and it wasn't personal, I ended up changing it back to personal because a bunch of my friends found it and I didn't want them coming over to this YouTube channel. No offense to my friends. It's just sort of like a self-conscious thing. Some of the content I upload here, I could get, teased about at school and stuff, and because of the past history I've had, I don't want my friends finding out a lot of that. I don't want my friends finding out that I do that. Max Dark Hunter is the only exception, of course. Because, well, he's my friend, and we've kind of recorded like 10 or 12 videos together. So, like I said, he's pretty much the only exception. Alright, so what I just did was I just ran the game. And I ran it because I want to make sure that the blue droppers are not green droppers, and that I didn't mess up and rename a green dropper as a blue dropper, because then I would have to switch floors, and I don't want to do that. I forgot I did that. So now that we have all of the droppers in, I'm going to close purchases. Or, first of all, we're going to save the game. And we're going to go buttons by green dropper. We're going to select all the way 9. We're going to duplicate those. We're going to bring them all up. We're going to turn collisions on. We're going to do that. We're going to turn collisions off. And we are going to unselect them. So, we're going to start these at like 140 and go up by 500. So, by blue dropper 1. And guys, I am going to keep talking about just stuff in general while I do this. Because, again, the YouTube course that I watched said, you know, you want to connect with your fans. That is the best way for you to actually like build an audience is and I'm going to use Grant Thompson as an example. And also, if you guys haven't heard the news, I've been debating on whether to do a video on it or not. Grant Thompson, the original King of Random, passed away on July 30th at the age of 38. He was very, very young, and he was a great guy. I never actually knew him, but I've been watching his videos for like years. I actually tried a few of his experiments. My dad and I think my mom remembers, but they can vouch for that. I have to say it's an unfortunate thing, and a bunch of people look at the people that do like YouTube for a living and go, "Oh, what idiots. They have nothing else to do. They're just wasting their life on this." And Grant was not one of those people. Like I said, I never knew the guy, never talked to him. I wasn't a creator on YouTube until about a year and a half ago. And a bunch of people, a bunch of the creators on YouTube, a bunch of the big channels out there, we all know who they are. We all know who PewDiePie is. We all know who T-Series is. We all know who these people are. And if you have the opportunity to work with people like Grant Thompson, not even just work with them, but chat with them, you consider them as like a friend. And a bunch of people said fans consider Grant, not only Grant, but part of what you're going to want your fans to do is consider you as a friend. And they've also said trademarking some, sort of say lines and stuff like that. Like my "What up, guys, it's me." That's my trademark thing. If I had a webcam, I would do like a hand gesture. That could also be a trademark thing. It's just something to show your fans that you are unique from everyone else. And yeah, but you want your fans to consider you as a friend. So yeah. Alright, guys. We're gonna have to hurry this stream up, because I gotta go in a bit. Blue dropper 3 is that object. Blue. Alright. Object is blue dropper 4. Price is going to be 141,500. Nice. Alright. Guys, I'm going to make a quick call real quick. I'm going to mute the mic. I'm going to continue working. Alright, guys. Really got to hurry up now. Alright, so that's after that. So 143,500. Dependency 13. Object. Blue. You guys have probably never seen me work this hard. This is not going the way I planned. So we will do purple in the next episode, guys. I know I wanted to get it done today, but that doesn't look like it's gonna happen. So object, I am going as quick as I can here. Nan, if you're watching, I'm sorry if I run late. Because I gotta do this, then the walls. Alright, just to confirm. Yep, okay, cool. Price is 151. 1, 2, 3. Alright, yep, cool. I think I made a mistake in the prices, but it's fine because these aren't going up substantially, so. Price is 15150. Yep, and then rename by blue dropper 13 152. Oh my gosh, I can't type. Sorry guys, this is how I get when I'm rushing. Hang on. Sorry about that, guys. And just in case you're curious, the reason that I'm rushing so much is my grandparents got a new car. They got a Toyota Avalon. It's a really, really nice car, by the way. It's one of the 2019s, too. And they had a issue at the dealer because the dealer they go to, they have a really nice salesperson there that they always go to, and they got a car in from a different Toyota dealer, but the Toyota dealers that they were getting it from sold it behind their back. So they had to get a different car, so they have to redo some of the paperwork. And I selfishly wanted to ride in the new car. So I told him I would go with him, but I totally forgot about it. And they keep telling me, oh, you know, you don't have to go. And I'm like, I want to go. I want to ride in the new car. Give me a break. You caught me off guard. I'm trying to finish something up. So that's the reason I'm rushing. Because they're coming to pick me up from their house, and they only live like 7 minutes away from me. So I'm trying to like hurry my butt up here. So alright, let's run that. Make sure I didn't have any issues. Alright, one issue. That is 8, 9, 10. Or no, it's one of the 7s. So if that's 8, 9, 10. We'll check the ones around here. Dependencies. Let's try that. There we go. Alright, so those should be programmed in. Now, the last thing we have to do on the blue floor is the walls. And also, guys, the reason that I would restart Roblox Studio before doing purple is because it reorders everything, and it's a lot easier to duplicate everything when it is actually in order. So, alright, walls 10 now becomes 11. Or, shoot, no, walls 10 is now walls 13. 12 is, ooh. Okay, I messed up. Hang on, guys. Well, it's 10, 11, 12. Okay, duplicate that. Alright, so 10 is 13. 11. Alright, so that was 11. Is now 14. And this wall's 12 is now... No! No! Stupid technology. Like, really? Rename 14. And now I bet you if I run, the green ones don't... Yep. Great. So now we have to delete one extra 10, one extra 11, one extra 12. And now I bet you the green ones will compile. Yep, but the blue ones won't. Because the blue ones don't exist yet. Alright, 13. If we turn collisions on, we don't want constraints. Turn collisions on, can turn that blue. Alright, guys, I really gotta hurry up now. So, good and bad news. Good news, only thing left for us to do is put the buttons in. Bad news, I'm gonna sort through them. Oh my god, right. Alright, so... my walls, 75,000. We can duplicate, we can bring that up. We can rename that by walls 150, 123. Alright, dependency is now blue dropper 4. Object, walls 13. Price 150, 123. Alright, now if we go down here to the upgrade walls, 80,000. We can just bring that up like so. Rename. It'll be 160, 123. Dependency, walls 13. Object, walls 14. Price, 160, 123. Duplicate that. Do this. Dependency, walls 14. Object, walls 15. Price, 170, 123. Alright, we can actually now rename that 170, 123. Done. Let's make sure it runs and compiles quickly. Alright, the 170 isn't working. I don't know. It's beyond me. Hang on. Let's get down to the walls. Walls 15. Okay, so now if we do that, should all compile nicely. Great. Control S. Thank you guys for watching. Sorry I have to end it so suddenly, but bye.